Welcome to Reading with Kermie. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And Chris here, aka Kermie, on another episode of Reading with Kermie. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday early afternoon so far. And their week is bringing awesomeness. And if not, it's still early. Awesomeness comes and goes. Just enjoy the ride as it's here, right? So, welcome to Reading with Kermie. And don't sweat the small stuff. It's just small stuff. And like I've been mentioning the last few times, we're getting pretty far in this book. Look at that. This is what we have left on this side. So it's pretty cool that these chapters are like only a page or a page and a half long. Some a little longer, but in short chapters, that means we can retain it a little easier. In my opinion, that's how my brain works. If I'm reading too much, I'm going to have to read over and over and over again and to actually understand it. And that's how it usually works with books. But that's why I like this book, because the short chapters, and I can soak it up a lot easier, and hopefully it works the same for you folks. But anyway, let's get this going. For the chapter is called Breathe Before You Speak, which I work on daily because, as a lot of you know, if I start speaking, sometimes it's like a big old run-on sentence and I just keep going and going and going. Especially when I have my morning coffee, like I have, and remind myself to breathe. So anyway, breathe before you speak. Okay. Anyway, let's go. The simple strategy has had remarkable results for virtually everyone I know who has tried it. The almost immediate results include increased patience, added perspective, and, as a side benefit, more gratitude and respect for others. Breathing is powerful, guys. It's truth. The strategy itself is remarkably simple. Involves nothing more than pausing, breathing, after the person to whom you are speaking is finished. At first, the time gap between your voices may seem like an eternity, but in reality it amounts to only a fraction of a second of actual time. Yeah. You will get used to the power and beauty of breathing, and you will come to appreciate it as well. It will bring you closer to and earn you more respect from virtually everyone you come in contact with. You'll find that being listened to is one of the rarest and most treasured gifts you can offer. All it takes is intention and practice. If you observe the conversation around you, you'll notice that often what many of us do is simply wait for our chance to speak. We're not really listening for the other person, but simply waiting for an opening to express our own view. We often complete other people's sentences or say things like, yeah, or I know, very rapidly, urging to hurry up so that we can have our turn. You got to sell in it. It seems that talking to one another is sometimes more like sparring back and forth, like fighters on a ping pong table, or ping pong balls, than enjoying and learning from the conversation. The hurry from our form of communication encourages us to criticize points of view, overreact, misinterpret meaning, impute false motives, and form opinions, all before our fellow communicators even finish speaking. Right. No wonder we are often so annoyed, bothered, and irritated with one another. Sorry, this hit home a little bit. Sometimes, with our poor listening skills, it's a miracle that we have any friends at all. I spent most of my life waiting for my turn to speak. If you're at all like me, you will be pleasantly amazed at the softer reactions and looks of surprise as you let others completely finish their thought before you begin yours. Often you will be allowing someone to feel listened to for the very first time. You will sense a feeling of relief coming from the person to whom you are speaking, and a much calmer, less rushed feeling between the two of you. No need to worry that you won't get your turn to speak. You will, in fact, it will be more rewarding to speak because the person you are speaking to will pick up on your respect and patience and will begin to do the same to you. Okay, that was one of the longer paragraphs or chapters. Anyway, nonetheless, a good one. And I was reading that and I choked up a little bit because, when I was reading that, I was reflecting back on times that I've done that or it was done to me, and it happens often, and I'm very guilty of it. And reflecting back, it hurts because you're rushing people's conversations. You're not actually actively listening to what the person has to say, and you like the book shared, you misinterpret. Your intentions are off because you don't know the whole story. Yeah, it's happened so much in my life I can reflect on, but it takes practice actually for active listening. Sometimes I get impatient, sometimes I'm in a hurry, but it's a good practice to just sit and listen to other people's conversations. And, if it's a one on one conversation too, that it hurts when that fast speed, freaking let's hurry happens. It's no fun for any of us because then no one's listening, and for me, I'm a type of person that always wanted to be heard, and that's a lot of that we all do actually. We all just need to be heard, and sometimes you just gotta take a breath, listen, and I like that reading. It reminds me to slow down when things are rushed, especially lately for me. I haven't had that. Well, I haven't allowed myself that time, I should say, to slow down and you know to speak. And I was always told I'm a good listener and etc. etc. And I am. It just I just got to practice that in the moments. Especially when things have been rushed lately. I just need to. It's good to have those reminders. How to don't stress the small stuff. It's just small stuff that it's okay to breathe, slow down, have that respect for one another. So on that note, I gotta start getting ready for school. Maybe that's why I'm so this morning with my coffee because I haven't had my nicotine this morning because I ran out of juice, my jewel. But that's the first thing I'm gonna pick up in town. Freaking silly addiction, huh? Anyway, I love you guys and I hope you guys have a great Tuesday and don't forget to take that second just to breathe. It's that easy. Love you guys.